Have you ever been driving along and noticed your engine suddenly stalling? Or maybe you saw your fuel gauge dropping faster than it should even though you have not changed your driving habits? If your check engine light comes on with the code P247D, it means the exhaust gas temperature sensor for bank 2 sensor 2 is sending a signal that is completely out of its normal operating range. This sensor is a big deal because it tells the engine control unit exactly how hot the exhaust gases are getting so the computer can protect your expensive catalytic converter. If the exhaust gets too hot, it can literally melt the internals of the converter, and that is a massive repair bill you do not want to deal with. The computer adjusts things like your ignition timing and the air-to-fuel mixture to keep those temperatures right where they belong. When the sensor fails or gets covered in carbon buildup, it starts sending back wrong information and the computer gets confused. You might notice the engine overheating, or it might just refuse to start when you really need it to. The most common causes are a defective sensor or a big exhaust leak that is letting outside air in and cooling down the sensor too much. You might also have a blown fuse or a wiring harness that has been burned by the very exhaust pipe it is trying to monitor. To fix this, you should first look for any technical service bulletins for your vehicle because there might be a simple software update that fixes the problem. Take a look at the sensor itself and see if it is covered in black carbon because sometimes you can just clean it off and get back on the road. You can use an infrared thermometer to check the actual temperature of the pipe and compare it to what the scanner is showing. If you have a digital volt-ohm meter, you can check the resistance of the sensor while heating it up with a heat gun to see if the numbers change like they should. Some sensors have high resistance when cold and low resistance when hot, while others are the exact opposite, so make sure you check your manual. If the sensor is stuck on one reading no matter how hot it gets, then it is definitely time for a new one. Replacing this sensor is usually pretty easy since it is right in the exhaust pipe, but just make sure you do not mistake it for an oxygen sensor. Handling this now will keep your engine running efficiently and save you from having to replace a clogged converter down the line.